Education Committee meeting to order. At this time, let's have our invocation. Mr. Brantley, please.
Heavenly Father, we come once more for your presence with thanksgiving and glory. Thank you for being so good and so kind to us. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for this day. We would dare not try doing it, not inviting you in our presence. We pray you guide and strengthen this committee. Heavenly Father, allow us to make those decisions advantageous for your people. We pray especially for our county, our state, and our government. Tender God and strengthen us. We ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Let's have our pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, you have a copy of the last month's meeting in your folder. Hope each one has had time to go over the minutes. I need a motion for approval.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the minutes of last meeting be approved. Minutes of last meeting be approved.
I have a motion. I need a second.
I second that motion.
I have a motion and a second. Any further comments? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Public comments. We have Mr. Gray. Come up, please, sir.
All right. I'm Ed Gray. This is my wife.
Hold on. You need him to stay in a certain, come up
Face
so
that.
the camera can see.
Face the camera.
No.
Okay. I'm Ed Gray. This is my wife, Katrina Gray. We're a little new in the area, and I've been trying to see what's the process to go about redeeming Mockingbird Lane. It's a part of my property to come in. What I've been told is many years ago, it was used as an easeway. It was the only way in, the only way out. But now we have two other ways in and two other ways out. I'm building a house right on the corner of Mockingbird Lane and Bees Creek. And what my plans are to pave a driveway coming around. I don't know if anybody been down that way lately, but we're building a retirement home and we're trying to kind of fix it up a little bit. And I've been calling. I talked to Mr. Bishop, Ms. Dallas. I think I talked to Ms. Howard, Ms. Barbara, different people. I've been trying to find, I don't know what to call over here, my commissioner, Alderman County. I don't know if I'm in the county or city, but my representative to see how do we go about that now that there are other ways. I've been told that the state says the county road, the county says the state road. It's got a lot of potholes in it and it's not maintained too well. You know, and I just want to pave that road coming in to the property on 56 and 64.
I'm familiar, just from talking to you a minute or two ago, where you're located. You're next to the tower out there on the
Yes,
Bees
sir.
Creek Road.
Yes, sir.
First of all, Mr. Gray, do you know if it's a recorded easement? Is it recorded in the courthouse?
That I don't
Is it a
know.
deeded easement?
Well, we have to do.
We have to do so, yes.
I had it surveyed and my property is the road.
Okay. Did the surveyor pick it up as an easement?
That I don't know. Did it pick it up as an easement?
No,
It's shifting
you
on
don't
the
put it
deed.
in as an easement. It's just,
I think it's just been that way. I'm not sure if it's recorded.
As I was telling you a moment ago, I was the public works director for the county for 20-something years.
Okay.
If it's a deeded county easement, the only way you could get it lifted was go back through the legal process.
Okay.
I think what you'd be smart to do is to go down to the courthouse and find out if it's a deeded easement and if it's recorded.
Okay.
If it is, then you take it down to the assessor's office or the county administrator's office, wherever, somewhere in the legal channels.
Okay.
And see if you can get the easement lifted. That's what you want. You want to get rid of the easement. all
Right, right.
But let me ask you this, how many more houses or how many more people will be affected by it?
Well, Crest Eagle comes around, I'm not sure how far Mockingbird go around. It's like a horseshoe now.
Okay.
It's Crest Eagle on one side and it comes around, and then it's another road out back. I don't know what it's called, that go. And I know y'all probably know him. All I know him by is DP, go back towards his house. It's another road back up in there.
Yes, I understand that.
Yeah, so,
I think your first step is going to be to see what kind of easement you got. If it's a deeded easement, if it's just a prescriptive easement, or just a road. Once you find out what you got,
Okay.
then you got to take it from there.
okay,
You know, and when you get all this together, you need to have some notes. How many houses affected, the distance, something you can talk to somebody about when you get there,
okay,
and how many people be affected.
okay.
If it's a deeded easement, probably be hard to get rid of. When it's not deeded, you stand a pretty good chance, I would think.
I got you.
I know that's not what you want to hear.
Well, it's more than I've been hearing, and it's a step in that direction, so I'm glad to hear that.
Where is it exactly? Tell me where, and because I'm on Bees Creek every day, but I might be on the other end.
If you go out to 95 and go down to the last exit, come off 95, exit 18.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on the other end.
Well, your family at, right?
Well, I don't know, that's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
find
that's
out.
down
You
there.
know,
Where the
see,
branch is
you don't even know.
No,
I'm-
'cause see, they
I'm
named-
trying to find out what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Right by the Ridgeland Water Tower. It's
Okay.
right in the backyard of my
Okay.
house.
Let me tell you, Fred.
You building that big red brick
Go
house?
to,
That's me.
Tell me, he knows.
go down
Here
here,
on Little.
exit 18.
Uh-huh.
Come off, go across the interstate.
Go
As
ahead.
soon as you cross the interstate, that's the first road to the left. You go down there, there's a water tower. And your road's next to the water tower.
Right, Mockingbird is right after the water
And
tower.
and
That
that's how I
house.
remember, there's a canal down there, a major canal.
Right, right.
That's, it's,
Okay.
right across from it was a fellow used to have a little restaurant there where he cooked fish and stuff all the time.
Oh, Fuzzy.
He,
Yeah.
that's where he's
I
right.
know where it is.
I know exactly where he's at.
You know where it is now?
No.
It's,
But I'll almost bet it's a county recorded easement.
Okay.
It might not be, but I'd almost bet that, but I don't know that. But you need to find that out.
And at the courthouse, you said assessment's office?
That's where, yeah, you need to go to the assessor's office
Okay,
and start from there.
okay.
And if anything, if I can help you anyway, I'll be glad to do it, I tell you that now.
You got a card? You got a card, I can get in touch with you.
If it's recorded, I think you got a problem, but if it's not recorded, you've got a fair chance.
I hear you. He wants to know if you've got a card,
Yeah,
but
card.
you could just give him your phone number maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a card.
Okay. I can take
247,
One second. Oh,
2233.
843?
247, 2233.
843, right?
Yes, 843-247.
That's what I know.
And my name is Rudy Smith.
All right. Thank you, sir. We're much obliged.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's your first name?
Edward.
Edward.
Esau used to live in that area. Esau.
And your first
That's
name?
that area, that water tower. You know what I'm
I
trying
bet
to
$100.
I know where it is.
I bet that.
Before you get to your brother's property there.
Just done the Beach Street Road?
Yeah, before you get to your brother's store.
Before you get to
Yeah,
your
your store, your
You
father's
know where
store.
Fuzzy and all of that, you know where that tower is?
With the top
You know
of the river.
Gore?
On Beach Street Road?
Are you familiar with Mr. Gore?
On Beach Street Road.
You know where, that Willis boy, John Willis
But
and
the
them?
towers,
Yeah.
the water towers on Beach Street Road. For Richmond. That's what you're talking about?
No,
The
not,
water towers?
No, there's 2, 3 water towers.
no.
But this is the one down there on,
Switzerland.
on
going toward Granville, going back toward your
You turn
family.
left, you coming off.
You know where
18,
Fuzzy
you turn
Place is
left,
at, right?
Across the interstate.
If you know what, look at it when we leave.
Freddie Lee, you know where Fuzzy Place is at, right?
Huh?
Fuzzy, yeah, and no Willis boy, you know that tower right there?
Yeah,
That's what
Yeah,
it is.
and that's that new house.
the new house?
That's them.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
know where it is now
I
too.
got a house right down the road. I own property right down the
He may know the board, he may know the board instead of bringing them a
road. I have a
board.
house
He may
down
know my
there.
grandfather.
You a whore?
Go that road, right down there.
So he, that name is familiar, so he probably.
Over that Beach Creek
My
Road.
grandfather.
Comes over
You know
to
Mr. Gore?
Right, so you know that's what I'm talking about, the tower there, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
You know Mr. Gore? That's
Yeah.
my grandfather.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The board, yes.
No, I know. It's
Small
good that
world.
I'm talking to see you, when you say if I find it good, fuzzy, you know, I know all of them.
Thank you.
All right, she from the street.
Thank you.
I see we got a lady here from the state. Do you have anything you want to add to us before we get started on something?
No, I don't have anything, Alan just wanted me to let y'all know that he's still getting the, stuff work up for the road down there on, no, on, it's, 75. Second
Oh,
and
and
75, your road.
75?
Your road, Rudy. The road that's supposed to be working up for
Langford
CTC.
Road?
Langfordville
Road,
Road?
that road.
He's still getting the numbers worked up, that's all.
All right, thank you. All right, that brings us to me. I thought today we kind of got a slack day, and thanks to Evelyn, they prodded me a little bit. Tell me to get back in. I thought I'd take this minute and just bring everybody up to speed of where we at on some of our projects.
Good.
And especially for you, and I
Thank
think
you.
you benefit from this, right? So I got some here now. I get a report from the state, I say, we all get it, once a month. This last one we got is May, so I'll be talking for the May report. It could change a little bit, but it wouldn't change a whole lot, right?
I don't see any changes on it.
Very little. But I'd say this would be
Change if you get
a
a
good
new
time to bring Lynn up to
Is
speed of
this
where we
page?
at.
Is it from this page?
Yeah, but you don't need that.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be talking for my notes.
Okay.
Let's start with Highway 3. That was probably the biggest project we've been tied up with since we've been here. That's the road from Graves there. Of course, that project is completed now.
Okay.
That project was a nightmare. We did that in 3 or 4 different appropriations.
Yeah.
And we spent several $1 million on that road.
Wow.
But we finally got it. It took a while, right? Then we funded a study for a light out here on 278 in the airport, right in front of the high school there, from Jaguar Lane to the airport. And the county was doing that study, or had that study contracted. And the study determined that a light was not warranted there. So as far as I'm concerned, that project's over with, right? And of course, I think we give them, $25,000, $28,000 to do the study.
The study.
But it's over with. I mean, we had another project that was a project resurfaced. Heritage Road, Macedonia Road, Pine Haven Road, and Ellis Hodges Road. There was 4 roads that were grouped into one project, if you all would remember, right?
Yeah.
This project is done. It took it a while to get there, but it got done, right? And there's a little bit of money left over in the budget, I think $200,000. It should be coming back to the committee here. And
What
we'll
project
get
was
that
that?
back for us over with. And then we also funded another study.
What project was
What project was that? That it was 4.
All
That was
together?
it? From the 4 that was grouped together.
That's the one we grouped together. Heritage Road, Macedonia Church Road, Pine Haven Road, and Ellis Hodge Road.
Gotcha.
Right.
And it's
Just looking at what they gave us, that we got a little money coming back off of that project.
Hey.
I get talking too fast, you stop me. You're not going to embarrass me now. And then we just studied some of the costs for, they're putting a light down at the Career Education Center in 170. It's a joint project between Beaufort and Jasper County. And we put $50,000 into that project. And Andy put some of his money in that, and Beaufort County put some money into it. But that project,
And that's ongoing,
It's completed, right?
or is it completed?
I don't know.
Okay.
There is a light down there.
Well, it's completed.
Yeah, it's completed.
Yeah, they got all those lights,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's
Okay,
completed.
completed.
Then we have another project to resurface, Floyd Road and the Lost Point Road. And those two, that project is completed.
Okay.
We got a project in Hardyville. Now, this is a project we funded for the city of Hardyville.
Ms. Smith,
Now, I was just on the Lawrence Point Road yesterday and ain't no pavement on there. What part of that y'all doing, the whole road?
You saying it's not surfaced?
I was on there yesterday looking at the driveway and it's not surfaced. It's not resurfaced anyway,
Which road is that?
the lowest point.
Give me a second here.
you said the lowest point, and what was the other one?
Floyd.
Floyd.
Floyd Road, that's good to be
I
done.
know Floyd Road done.
See, Floyd Road was just this, about a third of it was this here. You can find my notes yet, I'll tell you what I got my number
Not
from.
done.
It might just ain't get to it yet, but it wasn't done when I was on there. What did Monday, right? I was on there Friday.
Now, I'm sorry, the Lost Point Road, that's still pending. It is not surfaced yet.
Okay.
Okay.
That's pending. Thank you for
Good
that.
observation.
I'm glad you come. Thank you. You see my note?
So, which one, Floyd's done, but the lawsuit?
It's the Lost Point.
Okay,
That's Highway 151, best I remember, right?
got it.
All right. All right, we got a project in Hardyville, that's Moore Street. That's one that is just, you turn at red light in Hardyville, go down just underneath the interstate, and it's the frontage road there. That's a project, they do, you know, we funded that, they just haven't, I don't know what they're doing with it, but that's one of our projects.
Okay.
And secondary, 421.
Okay. All right, then we got the road here at the Step School in Coosahatchee, you know, go by the recycling center. Now that road, if you remember here some months ago, we grouped that
With
road
that.
in with another project. But that's a project that's pending as far as we're concerned, we've done all we can do. Then we funded, road signs for EMS. And they've spent a portion of that, they haven't spent it all, but they will. But that's a project that's in process now. All right, we got another project pending with Marsh Cove where the new fire station's going. That's a pretty major project with the county. But, that project is in process. And in my opinion, it's gonna be a while before we finish it. And then we funded a project for the Jasper County Public Works to fill potholes throughout their roads in the county. They spent a portion of it, but there's still the bulk of it's left over, so that's an ongoing project. But the money's there. All right, then we funded another round of rocks for them after that, but they bought the rock, so that project is closed. Then they had another project with Shingle Avenue down on 170. If you remember, that's where they had all of the trash piled up.
Right.
And they would demolish it. When they were moving that trash, they demolished that road. We funded that, and that project is completed.
It's shingle?
Shingle Avenue. And that was, the county did that. And I got this is my arithmetic. I think from best I can tell from the sheets they give me, we got somewhere in the neighborhood of just short of $1 million left. We got about $700,000 we can spend. And then of course, you know, we've got $250,000 that we keep in reserve for emergencies.
Right.
So we in pretty good shape. We got $111,000, I believe it was last month. So So that's about the average, and what we can expect, I would think. I got on one of these sheets here if I can find it. Anyway, that's what we got. I know it's $111,000.
Did you mention Brook Ellis Drive, that $350,000 we gave those, fellas for that road down there in Hardyville, for that,
Oh, yeah, but,
by the hotel?
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, that's another project with Hardyville, but I forgot the one about whether it's gonna pay.
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
hotel.
We
The
get
Patels done, right there in front of their
Yeah, right
hotel.
behind the,
Mm-hmm.
Snack shop, so.
Brook Ellis Road,
yeah,
Drive,
Brook,
Brook Ellis Drive.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's a project of the city, but we had a contingency on that. The city had to agree to take that road into their possession before that money was allocated to them.
Mhm.
And whether or not the city's taking that road, I don't know. But if they don't take that road, that money's still in our kitty.
Right.
Of course, I'm sure it is. But
Okay.
if people hotels on their back, they can take it out there. But they got a pretty tough profit there.
And then we gave them $350,000, so.
And I think what we give them on that, did we give them 100,000?
No, 350. 350,000.
I don't
You see,
know.
it's on the, page, 3. Page 3.
It don't, and the reason it didn't show up on this report, is I'm sure the reason it didn't show up is because that's a city project.
Oh, yeah, it is on this
And
thing.
these are the ones
Yeah, it's,
that the
it's on here.
state. No, yeah, right.
On page 3. Down to the end. 1, 2, yeah. Third from the end.
See right there?
That's the one we got today.
Yeah, the one we got today, so
That's a
that,
new, on me.
third page.
Okay.
It said 350,000.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
Let's see what else on there we might have missed.
What is this engineering service for drainage issues in the South Hardyville area,
I'm
Speedway?
glad you mentioned
that's that
that.
man.
Oh, that's Mr. Wright.
I talked to him today. I'm
Oh, you
going to
did?
see him on the 19th.
I'm glad y'all mentioned that. Let me tell y'all something about Nathaniel Wright.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a project there that I've personally been involved with that for more than 20 years, the whole my time in the Army, with the county. We've done every study in the world, we've had everybody in the world down there to look at it. We just funded a study for Andy to have another study done. And it come back and said nothing in the city of Hardyville done caused that problem. We had a meeting with the delegation here.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're not gonna make Nathaniel happy. What he's done, he's moved from here to that light to the creek. We'll keep moving his field into the woods. There's no solution to that. Now, I'm telling you, we fought that for a long time.
Since I've been here.
But I tell you, before you go there, you're not gonna please Nathaniel and his brother now. Nathaniel's pretty easy to deal with.
Who's his brother?
I don't know, I can't remember, but he's raggedy now.
Well, let me tell you what I'm gonna suggest, just this, I don't even know if I should be saying this, but I'm gonna suggest something on the conservation side with maybe FSA or something.
They've been involved in it
Okay.
from day one. When Juanita White was our representative,
Uh-huh.
she got money. We took it from the culvert to his house, back across, that paved road down there, and took it to Monkey John's farm.
Yeah.
And he stood there, the Corps of Engineers told, he wanted them to drain that swamp. He said, we can't do it. And Nathaniel's word was, y'all take care of the birds and the animals, not how I take care of the people. And the man told him, this I've done all I can do. And he kept arguing, so I said, I'm out, and he left. Nathaniel's a good fellow, and I like him, he's a good friend of mine. But you're not gonna please Nathaniel, I'll tell you that.
What was the $19,800 for? Was that another study that Andy did?
We gave him $26,000, I think it was. Let me see these
No,
notes.
that's that study that they did, $19,800.
That's what the study cost.
That was for the study? Okay, good.
That must be what he spent. We probably appropriated a round number, I would think.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to discourage anybody who's trying to help Nathaniel.
But
Anything I can do to stand right, I do. But there's no solution to what he wants done now. I can't see all these things.
All right, let's see.
It's so small, and this is the program that they sent it in. This font is so small.
I can't read that, I don't know what it says.
Well,
So small.
tell me where.
All of it.
Okay, this is replace, install road signs for 9/11 system.
Okay, that's
You
fine.
said that. Fabricate and erect street signs throughout county. Did you, okay. Marsh Cove and entrance to Lee, we got that. Potholes, we got that. Engineering, we got that. Purchase rock, we got that. Reconstruction and improvement of Brooks Willis Drive, is that the motel
That's
in
what she-
Hardyville? Okay.
Talking about it.
County roads rocking, we did that. 9/11 road signs, we did that.
Okay. Well, we've
We got
had,
it.
we've had several times where we've funded road signs. Every time they come in here, we've always approved it. So we got a lot going.
And a lot done,
Yeah, we
and a
got-
lot completed, that's amazing.
I hope that we give you something to think about, Lynn, that way you know where we at, right?
Exactly.
All right. Does anybody have anything else you need to bring before the committee?
Next time we send a report up, please have we read, we can see it.
And that's the program that they sent it in, I
That's
can't.
what I'm saying. I don't know what, I can't make out.
I can't make
That's
it
how
happen.
much.
So slow.
I'm gonna bring us a magnifying glass.
Why did we make print it so small?
Really, I'm wondering.
I did have one more
To
problem.
get all the margins in,
And
they
maybe-
have to be small,
They
that's
send it to you like that?
that's the way they sent it to me.
Wow.
And I try to make it as big as I can so it'll
Yeah.
fit on the sheet.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Maybe you can help us with this. Malzahn's last project that he talked to me about was some road in Wagon Branch that he wanted to do something with. And we're supposed to look at, next thing I know, he's retired. Did any of y'all know what he was talking about?
Wagon branch?
Is that school
Well,
road and
the
preschool road the same thing?
Would you look around out there and see what it is and bring us?
Secondary 110, preschool road.
I think that's what he was
That's the
talking
road
about,
he was talking about.
preschool road.
Which one?
Preschool road in Wagon
It
Branch.
may have been preschool road. I know it was in Wagon Branch.
Yeah.
And he wanted to do something with it.
Preschool road, they got a lot of, spots that was,
that's the
full
road
out
that-
at one time.
That goes to the straight and dead ends of that canal back there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know where that road
And
is.
you got the dirt road
It
across.
goes in the 336 back and dead ends of Williams County Canal.
Okay.
I would say it's probably a mile and a half, mile. I know exactly where it's at. If y'all get a chance, so next meeting, ride out there, and look at it.
Okay.
Any of it.
Preschool
If I
road.
go by there, I'll ride at it. And maybe you can bring us some data, any kind of something to get the process started on.
All right.
That's, as far as I know, that's the only thing that he ever brought to my attention, that we hadn't done something with. You got that? Anybody have anything to come before the committee before we adjourn? I need a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we adjourn.
I second.
Now, a motion, I'll second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.